know it's been a while since I made a video, and I hope everybody's been good. I hope everybody's elevating. I hope everybody working to be the best version of themselves. The reason I didn't drop a video in a while is because I've really been trying to work on myself and fix some of the problems I have within myself, and that's really all I've been focused on. And another reason I haven't made videos is just because of how fake the internet is. I truly don't like being on the internet. The internet was probably the worst thing that's ever been created ever. And it's just so fake. And I see through everything that's fake. Because when you're a real person, you just can't. You know when something is fake. So when I see people constantly living fake lives, saying things they don't believe, like I'm just, too much. So I don't be on the internet. However, I knew that I had to make a video today around this topic. Because this world that we live in is done. This world that we live in is done. And you know why it's done? You know what the biggest problem with this world, which stemmed from social media and the internet, is that people are so emotionally weak. People have no mental strength. People are so bored with all this luxury that they have, that the only way to fill their time up and the only way to keep them from going crazy apparently is to try and cancel other people. This whole thing of cancel culture is literally the beginning of the end. Literally the beginning of the end. Because once there's only one opinion that people are allowed to have, once there's only one train of thought that's allowed to go in the consciousness of people in this humanity, then all progression stops. Because the reason that humans even have made progress is because people came up with new ideas and challenged the norm, went against the grain, and that's why we have what we have today. If everybody thought like you, we would have nothing. Or we wouldn't have nearly as much as we have today, and we would not know as much as we know, if we know anything at all. But now in this day and age, the people want there to only be one opinion, one mentality, and if you go against the mentality, they're gonna come after you. And I just wanted to start this by asking a question, truly. And the question is gonna be a hard question, I know, because apparently nobody can answer it, but what is a woman? Now, to me, when I first hear that question, it's a simple answer. It's a grown-up female, or a grown-up biological female. That's what a woman is. You would think, now 5-10 years ago, there would be no problem answering that question. But in this day and age that we live in, of hysteria, delusions, foolishness, people are scared to answer that question. Why? Because they're scared that the mob is gonna come after them. See, I've never understood this whole cancel culture thing and people getting mad at others for saying things. How are you so weak that words affect you that much that you want to go destroy somebody's life because of words? And it's different to this, because somebody could say to me, or somebody could say online or whatever, oh, I don't like black people. I just don't. That's their opinion. I wouldn't talk about, oh, we need to cancel them, we need to destroy his life. I would just not tune into whatever the program or whatever they're on, and that would be it for me. I wouldn't hate on them. I wouldn't say that they're this, that, and third. I wouldn't spend my time and energy trying to cancel them. I would just say, okay, I'm not going to tune into this person. That's it. But it's not enough for these people, for these weak people of this day and age. See, when somebody says something that they don't like, they don't just do what a normal functioning human being would think to do, was just, oh, I'm not going to watch this person. No, it's not enough for them. Because the thing about people in this day and age is that they need other people around them. They are not strong, or they don't feel strong unless they have a mob with them. So when somebody sees something that they don't like, they need to get other people to bandwagon. Oh my God, they said this. No, we need to cancel it. Or you could have just blocked them and never watched them again. But that wasn't enough for you. Because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with what people virtue signal like they care about other people. The people that have this ideology don't care about you. They don't care about anything that they talk about. And I'm talking specifically about this whole woke culture, this whole politically correct culture that the world is society is trying to take us to. We live in a world where grown adults can't handle the fact that somebody else doesn't agree with what they say. It's wild to me because I can't imagine in my life somebody saying something. Mind you, they didn't even say it directly to me. I don't know this person. They didn't even say it in my presence. They said it online. And I get so emotionally affected that something has to happen to this person because I'm just so angry. How weak are you? How weak are you, truly? That somebody's words on a screen, pixels, are gonna emotionally affect you that much that you're like, oh, now you're gonna go spread hate online, that you wanna go cancel somebody. How weak are you, truly? But this is the society that we live in today, where you're not allowed to disagree with certain things. If I disagree with LGBTQ, XYZ, ABC, now I'm an evil, hating person because I don't agree with an ideology or I don't support ideology. And if I don't support the fact that you can identify as a woman right now if you're a man, or you can identify as a man right now if you're a woman, based on how you feel, I'm uninformed, I'm uneducated, and I'm a hateful person. If I had a huge platform and said that, there would be people trying to come for my neck. Why? All because I have a different opinion from them. This world is done. This world has brainwashed people on so many levels, and this wokeness, new woke LGBTQ, XYZ, blah, blah, blah agenda is the next one. See, because this world, I realize how this world works to some degree. And it's so obvious what society and the people who are in charge of society are trying to push this world to become. And the people, the sheep, are just going right along with the plan, the program. See, first they made men weak. That's the first thing that they had to do. They successfully made men weak because now they're going after women, and they would not go after women if they didn't already succeed in making men weak. How did they make them weak? It started when they started having rappers glorify, or artists in general, in the media glorify women and tell men that, oh, you're not a man if you don't sleep with all these women. You need to go chase after women. You need to go F all these hoes. This is how it started at first in music entertainment. And then they really started pushing porn. In school, my teacher told me that it was normal to watch porn and masturbate. My teacher told me that in school, which is just blatantly not true at all. It's literally to destroy me. That's what they wanted me to do. This is not true. So when you have a society that pushes men to do all these destructive things, focus on lust, focus on women all the time, doing all these other things that are focusing on yourself, that's why we have a society today that have weak men. Calling real strong men toxic masculinity and all this. Now we have a society that has weak men. And now that the men have been weakened and destroyed, the women were the next agenda. How? By portraying glorified strippers essentially as queens. Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, Cardi B. Because in this day and age, the definition of a queen is objectify yourself, devalue yourself for attention, post naked pictures for attention. When you make music, all they talk about is, I'm gonna pop this P. This is a queen to you? This is empowerment to you? How do they brainwash people like this? This is my question, truly. Whoever is in charge of this world, if you ever see this video, bro, contact me. Because I truly need to know how you guys brainwashed everyone like this. How was it so successful? Did they project it would be this successful when they planned this? Because this has truly been a resounding success And whoever came up with this blueprint, they need a raise. Because they brainwashed people so bad, bro. They brainwashed the men, like I said, now they're brainwashing the women. Destroying the women. If anything, they're mocking women right now. Like I said earlier, they have male athletes dominating women in sports, talking about where we stand with women, we're feminists. How in anything, in any world, is that feminism? How in anything is that empowering women by putting men in their sport to dominate them? But this is the world we live in, though. This is the crazy world that we live in today. 2023, oh my God, imagine 2030. In 2030, you won't even be allowed to say the word man or woman. You probably go to jail. And I truly, because people are gonna look at this video and say, oh, you're hateful. Oh, you're hateful. You don't include blah, blah, blah. I truly don't care what anybody does. If you want to go be gay, you can go and be gay over there. If you want to go and cut off your genitalia and be a fox or be a cow, whatever you want to identify as, you can go identify as that over there. The only problem that I have with this whole thing is the fact that they're pushing this and forcing it down people's throats, especially the youth. This is all to destroy them. That life of, I'll be the first one to tell you, if it wasn't already obvious, that that life that they're trying to get you to live is not a happy life. Trust me when I say that. Why do you think the people who push this woke culture are all on pills? Why are they all taking prescription medication for anxiety or depression or bipolar disorder or all this other BS that they have? None of them are right in the head, obviously. But in today's society, the obvious isn't so obvious. There's so many deeper levels as to why all of this is happening that people would never even understand. But on the most basic level, all they're doing is separating everybody from each other. They're separating man and women. They're separating gay and straight. They're separating right and left. They're separating white and black. All they do is separate us because at what? Divide and conquer. How do people not see that? Everything that is done is to separate people into as many different groups as possible so that we can never come together. Humans have the power to end all of this in a slap of a finger. I always say this. We can end this whole system right now that they've locked us in. This is literally a slave prison. And it's a mind prison. Because if every human decided, you know what, we're not going to work anymore. We don't want to work our whole lives. Boom, just like that, it's over. Imagine if one day nobody went to work. Imagine just one day. If nobody went to work and we all, you know what, we're done with this system. We're taking back our freedom. The whole system will be done up. It's just so easy, bro. Everybody just don't go to work. What are they gonna do? Fire the whole world? Nobody cares. But people have been so brainwashed. I need to work. I need to work so I can buy, this car. So I can, look like this. So I can get these clothes. I need to work. We're working to impress people that don't even like you, that you don't even like. Think about how crazy that is. You get on social media, and the majority of the time, you're looking at people that you don't even like. People that you probably envy. You're just looking at them, looking at other people's lives. Social media was never supposed to be invented because people spend the majority of their days focusing on everything outside of their own life. And that is why this world is being destroyed, because people are addicted to attention. People are addicted to attention. People will do anything just to get a lick of attention. You have guys dancing, shaking their hips on TikTok for attention. Like, that's wild to me. As a grown man, being online, doing all types of random trends so you can have attention, that's what you want attention for? I don't get it. But everybody cares so much about the opinion of others. Why does my opinion matter to you? Why does their opinion matter to you? Why? That's why I always say this world is done, bro. In the next couple years, I don't even know I don't know how this world's gonna look. That's why I'm really trying to focus on myself now, get right with myself now, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Really don't. And like I said, there's so many deeper levels as to why they're doing all this, but people will never understand that. But on the most surface level, how can you not see that they're just trying to control everybody by dividing and conquering? The people that you think, the leaders of each one of the different groups that they divide and conquer, are all working together. It's called controlled opposition. Divide and conquer, and then control the opposition. It's so simple. It's simple strategy. People wouldn't notice though, because nobody reads anything. Nobody does anything informative, real informative. Everybody's too busy being politically correct. I don't understand. Anybody with common sense sees that we don't want this. We don't want this ideology being shoved down our throats of LGBTQ. Not everybody wants to do that, bro. And it's not everybody. The majority of people do not want this. Because social media, like this is why I say everything on social media is fake. Because social media will make you believe that the majority of people on earth really want this ideology. But of course it seems like that. They own social media, so what they're gonna make it seem like this is what the majority wants. This is how they brainwash the majority to actually want it. When if you interviewed everybody on earth and you asked them, do you agree with the LGBTQ ideology and the transgender ideology, they would say no. I guarantee you 8 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 people in the world will say, I don't agree with this. No, I don't. Because when you look in the comment section of all these things, you will see people talking about, wow, this world is gone. Wow, I'm scared for my daughter. Wow, I'm scared for my son. Because nobody wants this, truly. It's a small minority of people that hate themselves that want this. People that lie to themselves that want this. You truly have to hate yourself to be transgender, truly. Maybe there is a real condition, gender dysmorphia. I don't believe that, but maybe there is a real condition called gender dysmorphia that maybe a tiny percentage of people actually suffer from. But for the majority of people, you literally hated yourself. You hated yourself so much that you went and mutilated yourself to be something else. That's actually the definition of self-hate. Literally, that's what it is. You were not happy with what you were made as, so you want to be something else. That's the definition of self-hate. That's like somebody who was born short selling their soul to be tall. Self-hate. Everybody's fake. This whole world is fake. That's why I always say this world is done. This world is done. This world is done. Everything is fake. All these people you look up to are fake. They all have plastic in their bodies. Some of them not even real. Oh my God. Which has now brainwashed the youth and the regular society to now put plastic all in their bodies, trying to impress other people, destroying what beautiful gift that they were given to try and impress other people or for monetary gain. This is terrible. It's terrible how ignorant people are to not see this, or it's terrible how they see this and they just choose not to do anything, or they choose to go along with it, because we could literally end this right now. But you know why we can't though, or we won't? Because we're too busy arguing with each other about BS. All of this, the LGBTQ XYZ ABC community, it's just to confuse you. It's just to confuse people. Now people don't know what a woman is. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. They're calling mothers birth persons. They're not calling them women anymore. They're calling your partner a birth partner. They're not calling them women anymore. See the attack on women. But at the same time, we'll say that they're feminists and that they support women. But you don't even know what a woman is. Bro, look at, like, oh my God, bro. Like, this is so funny now. It's so funny how obvious this is. All the people that you look up to, all these political leaders, all these feminist people, bro, they hate you. This is all for your destruction. Like, imagine how privileged you are to be able to argue about something as stupid as what is a woman. Imagine how privileged you have to be able to even have that argument. There's people in parts of the world who don't even have time to have that argument. There's people in parts of the world who are too focused on real issues like hunger and poverty, than to argue about fake, made-up issues like this. But this is the privilege of the West. People outside of the West, especially if you go to places like Africa, Europe, Eastern Europe. What's that, Eastern? Yeah, Eastern Europe. Well, this is not flying over there. This is just America, but America's brainwashing the rest of society. People, bro, we're at the highest obesity rate of all time. Literally, over 50% of people in the West are obese. Think about how crazy that is. Over 1 in every 2 people is fat, unhealthy, because of the lifestyle that the society pushes. But people will still say and think, yeah, fat acceptance, you don't have to be skinny. Being fat is still healthy. How do people believe any of this garbage? I really do not know. Being fat is healthy. What's the point of working out? Oh, strong men, they're toxic. They call strong masculine men toxic. This is where we're at. This is where we're at because the world is done. The people that run this world want it to be an echo chamber. No free thought. Why do you think the Rockefellers, the ones that created David Rockefeller, John Rockefeller, excuse me, the person that created the education system said, I want a nation of thinkers, not workers. I mean, workers, not thinkers. Imagine. Workers, not thinkers. Because they don't want you to think for yourself. The most powerful thing on this planet that we know of is right here. Because everything you see around you came out of this. But people don't fathom that. This is why they're trying to distract this at all costs, your mind. They're trying to distract your mind at all costs. Because the most powerful thing in the world is this. This created guns. This created explosives. This created cars. Imagine what else this can create. We don't know because we're too busy being distracted. Bro, if you're a normal, sane human being, which most of us truly are, don't let the internet fool you into thinking that there's not a lot of us. Most people who don't live on the internet and the people that live in the real world are sane human beings that see that this is wrong. If there's true evil in this world, if good and bad is a real thing in this world, this whole ideology is truly the most evil thing I've ever seen in my whole life. This whole woke LGBTQIA ideology that they're forcing down people's throats. Anything that you have to force is not meant to happen. It's that simple. They're forcing it down people's throats. And then they brainwashed emotionally weak people to get angry when others don't agree with ideology that they didn't even come up with. It's a good plan, bro. The people that created this, if you ever see this, bro, it is a good plan. It is a good plan. But at the end of the day, it will never work in the end. Because real will always prevail. God will always win in the end. But this world is for the devil. The devil runs this world. And he's just trying to see how many souls can I take with me. He's taking a lot. But for all the same people out there, man, just keep doing you. Keep living righteously. Focus on yourself. Just work on yourself. Know what's important in life, like your family and your goals. And just stay away from all of the BS, bro. If you want proof that this whole ideology is evil, satanic, and demonic, just look up what is the Baphomet. Just learn about what the Baphomet is and look at the image of the Baphomet. Once you see that, that should be everything you need to know right there.